Hi everyone, Shannon here from frugalbeautiful.com, and today I have kind of an off-topic video. It's basically what they don't tell you about winter in the Midwest. Yeah, so I know I usually talk about frugality and lifestyle and weddings and stuff like that, but this week it's really just kind of event session. I was originally going to do this video earlier in the week and I was like, oh, the skies are really gray, the light is not so great, you know, whatever. I just got really busy. And then like another day passed, it was still gray. And then another day passed and it was still gray. And like I don't think we've seen the sun in like a week here in Chicago, and we probably won't. That's kind of like one of the lessons I've learned before I launch and everything, is that sometimes it'll be sunny outside in winter and it'll be -10, and other days it will be gorgeous. Like today it's like 34 degrees, which is like the warmest it's been in like a couple weeks. And yet you won't see the sun for days. So I really don't know. It's just like, it's winter. It's not something I'm used to. To celebrate though, I have this awesome shirt. I hope you can see it. It is from, I think it's like lookhuman.com, and it's a haiku about winter. No, 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 no. And that's how I feel about winter. If you ask anyone, they know I hate winter. I think it's the dumbest thing ever. I'm from Southern California originally, and so I get a lot of flack every winter when people find out that I live here. They're like, why? I'm like, that's a great question. I ask myself that every single day I live here in Chicago when it's cold. Otherwise, I like it here a lot. And so I have some lessons for you, and if you're from the Midwest or from any part of the world that has weather, unlike California, like real weather, you may find this humorous. And for those of you that are thinking about moving to Chicago or somewhere out in the Midwest, it might be helpful. I don't know. Feel free to laugh at my expense because I totally get it. I was an idiot when I moved here. I knew nothing about weather. I was, you know, born and raised in where it's warm. And so the things that I've experienced here like kind of blow my mind a little, so feel free to laugh at me. And anywho, the first thing I learned was that you literally do need to check the weather app every day and sometimes twice a day. Coming from SoCal, I never ever check the weather app, not at all, ever. It's pretty much like, oh, 75 and sunny, maybe it's 90 and sunny, maybe it's 110 and sunny. But common denominator, it's usually always sunny, and it's definitely not snowing. I can't tell you how many times I would look at the weather app when I first moved to Chicago, and I remember vividly waking up my first 0-degree day. Could not believe it, had to take a screen grab and hid it from most of my friends because I didn't want to deal with the shame of them enjoying their beautiful Southern California sunny day, and I'm like 0 degrees, looking like an Eskimo trying to get to the train. Yeah, if you don't know to check the weather app, it's kind of a habit that you've probably never had before. It was one I didn't have. I would highly recommend you check that puppy twice a day, because it seriously can go from raining to actual snowing to being sunny to being really, really warm in the morning, like in the 40s, to dropping down to like the 10s. And easily when you leave for work in the morning, by the time you get back after like happy hour, you're gonna die. So just prepare. The next thing is like, I actually had a friend who lives out in DC. Hey Laura, if you watch this video. She asked me, she thought it was a dumb question. It's not a dumb question. And she basically said, you know, I get to work and I see all these people have really nice shoes on and I don't want to ruin my good shoes. What's the trick? And so basically one thing that a lot of us maybe don't know is that you have like a pair of office shoes in the winter, or a couple pairs at your desk that you swap into, or you carry them with you on the train, but you don't wear those on like the train or the bus, or, you know, even getting to your car. It can be treacherous in like a nice pair of heels. So you have like snowshoes, like Sorels, like crazy boots that you wear, and then you switch. But it's definitely not a dumb question. It was one of those things that, you know, you'll see people on the train, whenever you see somebody in pumps, you're just like, oh honey, I feel for you. Like, that's so hard. Like, what happened? Like, you just want to give them a hug, because you know, it's like, oh no, you're gonna ruin your good shoes. That's the other thing that they don't really tell you when you move to Chicago or another Midwest city, is that like, if you love shoes like I do, be prepared to ruin them in the winter, even with the best of intentions. So like, let's just say you do typically have 2 pairs of shoes and you change, which is a hassle, but it's life. Sleet, slush, and salt are gonna like ruin your shoes, even if you just wear them like out. Like sometimes you won't even have to walk a great distance, but just getting from like the taxi to a nice restaurant and you're wearing your nice pumps, just know that some of your best shoes, there are certain days you just simply cannot wear them. And that's the hardest thing for me to accept. Like, I still internally fight that. Like, no, I'm gonna wear my $600 shoes. It's somebody's birthday. I look special. I'm gonna look my best. No, honey, no. Just sometimes in January, you just cannot wear your favorite shoes. Put them away. They can, no, do not wear them. Let it go. I just know that I fight that one. It's like, no, but I want to wear Like on Black Friday, I got this amazing pair of Tory Burch flats on like super stupid clearance, and they're gorgeous and they're leopard print and I love them, except I like have not had that chance to wear them at all ever in the last couple weeks. And I'm like, okay, maybe it'll be March before I can wear them, but they were stupid cheap, and someday it will be glorious when I finally wear those suckers. It's gonna be great. But you just cannot wear the shoes you want because salt will ruin them, slush will ruin them, or you'll sprain an ankle trying to get over the icebergs to your restaurant or to your buddy's house. It just doesn't always work. The other thing is, a trick that I picked up, basically, is that you need to be strategic. Every day of winter in the Midwest, it's like a new adventure, trying to get to work or trying to get to your car or trying to get to a friend's house or happy hour or whatever. Because when it snows, or even when it's not, when it ices and then it melts and then refreezes in like a different spot, you never know what you're gonna run into on your trek to work. It's kind of funny. Like, I have learned, watch the buildings around you when you're walking. If you see an abandoned building, chances are there is nobody shoveling those sidewalks, and you're gonna eat it. Like, you're gonna eat it hard, or you're gonna be like knee deep in snow trying to get over there. Or if you have like, sometimes when I lived up near a retirement community, had a lot of older couples, they couldn't get out and shovel their sidewalks. So it was just like an ice skating rink for like 2 blocks when I was up in grad school. Like a couple blocks around there, you just like didn't walk because it's like an ice skating rink for a couple houses. So if you can help it, be strategic, look up and see, okay, there's a condo building. You know, they have homeowners at a condo association. They will be de-icing, they'll be de-icing, salting, shoveling, doing all that stuff, so you can not break your neck trying to get anywhere. Avoid any construction areas, any abandoned homes. And I know people will laugh at this, but like, it's really something you have to think of. And you look down the sidewalk and you're like, okay, I see patches of like ice. Do I really want to slip and fall Charlie Brown style on my way to work this morning? No, I'm going to cross the street and I'm going to deal with like the condo association that I know is shoveling their sidewalk. That's like literally a thing you have to think of, because every day, depending on the weather, you may have to take a different way to work and be really cognizant of it. The final thing though that I didn't really think about before I moved to the Midwest and had my first winter is plan extra time for like everything in the winter. Not only do you need like 10 extra minutes just to bundle up to go outside, you know, you have to not only find your mittens, your earmuffs, your hat, your scarf, your extra socks, your boots, your parka, you gotta tuck it all in. You need like a good like 10 extra minutes to really get your mojo, get your groove working in the morning, because it takes extra time. You've already done your job of like getting your face and your hair done, but like, oh, that's another thing. You do your hair and your face, and then by the time you get there, you're probably gonna have to fix it because it's gross outside. Anywho, the other thing though is plan like 10 minutes to get ready for work in the morning, but then plan like 20 minutes to de-ice your car or to like shovel it out. They have like a system here in Chicago after you've shoveled out your car the first time, where you can claim it with it's kind of a dick move, but everyone does it. You know, they put their like lawn chairs out, or like big FedEx boxes, or you know, like a park bench or whatever in their spot to like claim it. Because it like literally takes you, even if you don't have to dig your car out, you still have to like scrape, you have to get, depending on whether it's melted and refrozen, you have to scoop everything off. You have to run your car, get the heater going inside so it kind of melts the ice off. And then if it's frozen a little bit, you have to like scrape your freaking windshield. And it seriously takes like 20, sometimes 30 minutes. So you'll just hear like the sound of scraping in your neighborhood. And it's something that I had never experienced before, but it's like a badge of honor. You just hear, you're like part of the chain gang, just like scraping your car and getting ready for it. But yeah, that's my last piece of like advice / learnings that I've had from Midwest winters. Expect to spend 10 minutes extra or more getting ready, and 20 to 30 minutes just getting your car out of a spot after it snowed. It's just amazing to me. I had no idea. Anywho, if you have experienced Midwest winters, whether you were born here or you transplanted here like I did, I would love to hear your stories, or if you want to laugh at me, that's fine too. But if you're experiencing winter, good luck, stay warm out there, and I will see you back at frugalbeautiful.com. Bye guys.